What's up, guys? Jason here back to my channel. Tonight, I'll be doing a review for my Raw, and I know I was supposed to post this a long time ago already instead of earlier tonight, but whatever, I don't care. So let's go to it then with a segment coming up. At ringside, John Cena. We have a segment with John Cena. At ringside, John Cena makes his way out. Cena gets in the ring and asks Mark Nash to join him in the ring. The ring announcer stands on the apron instantly. Before entering the ring, Cena hands him a piece of paper, and Nash gets on the mic and says his announcing has been deemed disrespectful. He then announces John Cena again, but this time he reading off the piece of paper and giving Cena a more decorated introduction. Cena gets on the mic and says, "Winners write history," and tells Las Vegas that they're not worthy, and just because they're cheering him now, he's supposed to forget all the disrespect. He says, where everyone owes him an apology and no one has the courage to do it. Cena calls the audience out and crowd chants, "We are sorry." And if you guys didn't hear, they said, we're not sorry." Yeah, it's like, "We are not." That's what the crowd said. And Cena says, "Everyone is a sorry low life." Cena says the best part is that the WWE universe means nothing to him. He says for 25 years they called him such terrible things to what makes Vegas think they'll crack him, as the noise means nothing to him. Cena points out his 36 days and he's gone contract. He tells the crowd to think about how much time they've lost as time goes fast. He says 27 days left. When it's hit zero, the professional wrestling world stops. He says on that day he and will take the belt home with him because he's the last undisputed champion in the WWE. He says the hard part is done because they best chance of this being saved was Cody Rhodes, but the fans booed and cheered him, and that's why he was destroyed on Sunday. Cena says there is no one with the strength, the speed, the wisdom of or ruthless aggression of John Cena. But unlike everyone, he has a heart and he wants to do something nice for everyone. He holds up his belt and tells the audience to take a photo and poses. I'm sorry. Randy Orton comes out of nowhere and RKO's Cena. As Cena is laid out, Orton holds up the belt and then lays it on Cena and poses on the turnbuckles. We are taken back to WrestleMania to Becky Lynch returning and winning the tag titles with Lyra Valkyria. By the way, when John Cena turned around, uh, Randy Orton was about to hit the RKO, Cena said, "Shit." That was funny, man. I was laughing. I kind of heard a little bit, but I was like screaming, and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, alright, first match, WWE Women's World Tag Team Championship match. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria are the champions versus Liv Morgan and Rocky Rodriguez. Tana Paxley and Gigi Dolan are seated front row. They'll take on the winners of this match on NXT tomorrow. Morgan attacks Lynch at the bell and slams into her in the corner. Lynch is kicked down and dropkick and covered for a near fall. Morgan kicks Lynch in the middle of the ring, and then when the women start trading punches, Lynch kicks Morgan, and Valkyria is tagged in. Morgan is double teamed, and Valkyria beats down Morgan. Rodriguez runs in and Valkyria kicks her out of the ring, and Morgan rolls out as well. Lynch is tagged in, and both Lynch and Valkyria hit a double baseball slide, and we cut a commercial. Back on Raw, Rodriguez kicks down Valkyria and sets her up in the back and breaker. Rodriguez punches Valkyria while she's on her shoulder, and Valkyria powers out and kicks Rodriguez down. Lynch and Morgan are tagged in. Lynch takes out Morgan with a bunch of punches. Lynch beats up Rodriguez and hits a back ploder on Morgan and covers for a 2 count. Morgan rolls up Lynch and Lynch reverses, then punches. Lynch punches Rodriguez. Morgan hits a code breaker and goes for Oblivion. Lynch counters and hits the manhandle slam and covers Morgan, but Rodriguez breaks the pin. Rodriguez is tagged in, and Beck hits a jawbreaker on Rodriguez. Rodriguez on top, and Valkyria tags in, and they try to suplex Rodriguez. Morgan runs in and powerbombs Lynch, and Rodriguez powerbombs Valkyria off the top rope and covers for a near fall. All four women are laid out, and Rodriguez gets to her feet first. Valkyria kicks Rodriguez into the corner and hits a second rope tornado DT. Valkyria hits Nightwing on Rodriguez, and Morgan puts Rodriguez's uh, Rodriguez's leg on the ropes. Lynch attacks Morgan outside the ring, and Valkyria kicks Morgan and gets on the top rope. She jumps at Rodriguez and misses, and Rodriguez hits her with a big boot and covers for two. Rodriguez powerbounds Morgan onto Valkyria, but Valkyria gets her legs up. Morgan is the legal woman, and all four women battle it out. Morgan hits Oblivion and Valkyria and hits Oblivion on Valkyria and gets the win. So winners and new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Man, they just won that match for at WrestleMania and then damn lost. Damn, it's crazy. After the match, Lynch attacks Lara Valkyria. Lynch leaves and runs back to give Valkyria more of a beatdown. She goes to leave again, but comes back and hits Valkyria with two manhandle slams, and then starts to leave again. She makes her way back and hits another manhandle slam on Valkyria. Alright. So yeah. Anyways, the New Day is shown walking backstage with their tag titles. They walk by Karen Cross, who nods at them with approval. Alright, we have a little segment coming out with the New Day. Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods come down to the ring, showing off the championship belts they won over the weekend. Kingston gets on the mic and introduces them as champs. Woods then asks for everyone to get on their knees and put their hands in the air and say, "Thank God for a new day." Kingston says there are no tag team better than them. The Alpha Academy come out and Maxine Dupree is on the mic and she tells the New Day the last time they faced Otis and Cesaro they lost in less than 60 seconds. She just says the New Day defend their titles right here, right now. Woods says no. Dupree asks if the Minutemen are scared. Kingston says they're ready to do this now. Alright, second, well, it was supposed to be a match, so anyways, I'm going to say it. WWE Tag Team Championship match, the New Day and Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods versus the Alpha Academy, Otis and Kira Cesaro with Maxine Dupree. Before the match can start, Rusev's music hits and Rusev makes his way out to the ring. Rusev gets in the ring and the New Day takes off Rusev. Rusev clotheslines Otis and punches out Tozawa. Tozawa gets on the top rope and Rusev catches him and throws him out of the ring. Rusev kicks Otis and then super kicks him and starts to stomp on him. Rusev slaps Otis in the accolade submission hold and doesn't let go. Otis passes out. Maxine Dupree cries outside the ring as Rusev poses and stomps around the ring. So no contest. So the match never really happened. So and the match happened above the ring. So anyways, Judgment Day talks backstage and they celebrate Mysterio, Morgan / Rodriguez having titles. Finn Balor comes by and glares at Mysterio and then says what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas and congratulates Mysterio but keeps staring at Dom's Intercontinental title. Alright, we have a segment coming out with Io Sky. Alright, Io Sky is introduced and she makes her way out to the ring. Sky says last week was the best night of her career. She says she's over the moon because she beat the best there is, which means she is the best. She says Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair tried to forget her, but now no one will forget her. She says some stuff in Japanese and then says she is Io Sky, the genius of the sky, and the women's champion. Stephanie Valkyria's music hits, and she comes out with her NXT Women's Championship belt. Valkyria grabs the mic and congratulates Sky. She tells Sky she wants to introduce herself. She is La Primera Stephanie Valkyria, and she wanted to come out here to show Sky some respect. She tells Sky that Sky is amazing, and she's right. Sky is the best, and then says not something in Spanish. She then says she wants to fight the best of the Sky. Sky says she accepts, and how about they do it right here, right now? And Pierce comes out to make sure if Vegas wants the match. Pierce says he wants the match too, and it starts now. Alright, no, so really the second match, Sky versus Stephanie Valkyria. The bell rings and the women shake hands, they lock up, and they exchange waist locks, and Valkyria gets Sky on the mat. Sky gets Valkyria in an armbar, and Valkyria rolls out the hold and takes down Sky. The grapple on the mat, and Valkyria flips out of a hold and her arm drags Sky. Sky takes down Valkyria, and Valkyria tries to take down Sky, who lands on her feet. The women trade some more standing holds until Sky drop kicks Valkyria, who rolls out of the ring. Sky slams into Valkyria with a suicide dive into the outside. Valkyria kicks Sky, and Sky throws Valkyria over the barricades. Valkyria comes out the barricade with the crossbody, and we cut to commercial break. We're back from commercial break. Sky punches Valkyria in the corner Valkyrie fires back with suplex and climbs the ropes. Sky punches Valkyrie on the top rope and climbs the ropes and gets set to suplex Valkyrie. Sky is knocked down and Sky runs back and hits a top rope arm drag Valkyrie, sorry. Sky punches Valkyrie and drops kicks her. She gets on the top rope and hits a missile drop kick, sending Valkyrie into the corner. Sky hits the bullet train on Valkyrie and covers for a 2 count. Sky sets up for her Musa and Valkyrie moves out of the way. Sky runs into the corner and Valkyrie takes out her leg with a dragon screw. Valkyrie hits Sky and with a mirror in the corner and covers for Sky for a 2. Valkyrie goes for the SVB and Sky counters and stomps on Valkyrie and covers Valkyrie for a 2 count. Sorry. Valkyrie hits a stunner and kick on Sky and back suplexes Sky. Valkyrie then stomps Sky's face on the mat using her legs and covers Sky for near fall. The crowd chants one more time, but Sky rolls her up and Valkyrie counters and rolls up Sky for a near fall. Sky hits an underhook backbreaker and covers Valkyrie for 2. Sky and Valkyrie trade blows and Sky hits a German suplex on Valkyrie. Valkyrie then hits a German suplex on Sky. Valkyrie climbs the ropes. Sky uppercuts Valkyrie while she is sitting on the top rope. She climbs the ropes and hits a Spanish fly from the top rope. And both men are now laid out. Roxanne Perez runs in and takes out Sky. So winner by disqualification, Sky. Julia Weaver runs in and kicks Valkyrie. Weaver and Perez locks eyes and Valkyrie is attacked by Perez. Sky is attacked by Julia. We get wherever he wants it. Waverly runs down, makes quick work of Perez, and then serves down. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. And Gia whirls out of the ring as Ripley stares her down. All right. So yeah, one best qualification Sky. All right. We have a segment coming up. Jey Uso makes his way down to the ring as everyone yeets like mad in the arena. After yeeting for a bit, he gets on mic and tells Vegas the champ is in their city. He says he's here now. He's been waiting this since he was a kid. He's finally here now. He says the road wasn't easy and says he laid it all out there. WrestleMania to beat Gunther. And he made Gunther tap out. Uso says he's grateful and he will put the work in and show up every day and make sure we all stay excited. He's champ. Sami Zayn's music hits and he makes his way out. Zayn gets in the ring and gives Uso a hug. Zayn wants Uso to know that him not being around for the last 8 weeks was hard on him. He wishes he could have been there. Uso as was missing WrestleMania from he tells Uso it was hard to be on the sidelines and almost didn't come to Vegas at all, but he had to make sure that he was the first one to stand across from him in the ring and look him in the eye and tell him how proud he is of him. I think Jimmy did that right. Zayn then tells Uso that he deserves to be champion. Zayn says he doesn't want to get sentimental and they're here to celebrate and gets production to hit Uso's music and everyone starts eating again. As the two are celebrating, Jimmy Uso comes out and gets in the ring. He hugs Zayn and then hugs Jay. All three share a handshake and celebrate with Jay. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'm yelling too much. Tell you the truth though, it's saying on here, but Sami Zayn was standing behind Jey Uso and stuff, and I thought something was gonna happen. Like, I was like, oh shit, like here we go, but nothing really happened. So it was just a hug thing. So, anyways, we see backstage interview Kathy Kelly had with Logan Paul after this match. Paul said he's amazing and will continue to be amazing. We cut to today, and Jackie Raymond is what AJ Styles says he's moving out on and take the L, because part of being phenomenal is being able to bounce back. Karrion Kross and Scarlett come by, and Kross says he's annoyed so because Styles is the best and he's losing to Paul. Styles says he's not going back to who he was, as he didn't like the man he was before, and if he took those brass knuckles, it wouldn't have gotten him anywhere. Styles tells Kross if he wants that kind of aggression, he should get it himself and leaves. Kross says maybe he will. Alright, Dom Mysterio, Penta warm up backstage before the match. Oh shit. Alright, this is a messed up part right here. This part made me mad. Only part made me mad. Alright, next match is back from break. We see Pat McAfee being attended to. Alright, so what happened was Gunther, when it came back to commercial, Gunther was confronting Michael Cole, mostly talking to him about he tapped out at WrestleMania, and then after that he whacked the headset from Michael Cole, and then he trying to push Michael Cole to where he was going and stuff, and then he kind of had Michael Cole, I think, like kind of like a chokehold or something, what you know what I'm saying. But anyways, chokehold and stuff, and then well, I mean, Gunther. I mean, sorry, Pat McAfee pushed him, punched him and stuff, and then Pat McAfee was like, "Get back, stay back. It's cool, like, chill, And then Gunther comes attacking Pat McAfee. He did the same thing to Michael Cole and stuff, and I was like, damn, man. It was like, I was like, let him go and stuff, and Pat McAfee's friends came trying to save him in the background. They're trying to, and then the security came and stuff, trying to push back the his friends, Pat McAfee's friends stuff. And I was like, damn, like, shit. So anyways, it says right here, back from break, we see Pat McAfee being attended to by medical backstage. Michael Cole tells Adam Pearce that he doesn't know how to do his job if he gets attacked for having an opinion as celebrating champions. Pearce tells him to take the night off, and Michael Cole refuses to. Cole tells Pearce he needs to handle Gunther and leaves to go back to ringside. Joe Tessitore has now taken Pat McAfee's spot on commentary. Michael makes his way back to the announce desk. Alright, so I have a match for the evening right now, which is the main event match, which is supposed to be a third match. Anyways, WWE Intercontinental Championship match, Dominic Mysterio, who's a champion with the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and Carlito, versus Penta. At the bell, Mysterio tells Penta he's a champ and kicks an unsuspecting Penta. Penta kicks Mysterio, and Mysterio kicks and boots him in the corner. Penta takes down Mysterio and with a head scissor, and Mysterio ends up outside the ring. Penta tries for a suicide dive, but Mysterio runs into the ring and kicks Penta, sending Penta out of the ring. Mysterio goes to dive out on Penta, but is kicked, and Penta then hits a crossbody off the top rope. Mysterio rolls out, and Penta smokes him with a suicide dive and commercial break. Raw returns from commercial break, and Mysterio has Penta on the mat and boots him a few times. Penta takes down Mysterio and kicks him. Penta connects with his handstand double kick and covers Mysterio for a two count. Mysterio hits a driver on Penta and covers for a near fall. Penta kicks Mysterio and covers off the middle rope into a boot by Mysterio. Mysterio hits a tornado DT and covers for a two. Mysterio climbs the ropes, but Penta kicks him and climbs the ropes too, but is kicked onto the apron. Penta hits a hurricane off the apron and sending Mysterio into the ring. Penta hits the Mexican Destroyer on Mysterio, and Mysterio rolls out of the ring. Balor goes to Mysterio to help him, to help him up, and Penta hurricanes Balor into the ring. Back Balor into Mysterio, back in the ring. Penta climbs the ropes, and JD McDonough pushes Penta off the top rope. Mysterio hits 609 and a frog splash on Penta and gets the win. So winner is still a WWE Intercontinental Champion, Dominic Mysterio. After the match, Liv Morgan, Rocky Horror Rodriguez run out, and all the Judgment Day celebrate on the rampway. So yeah, JD is back. Man, thank goodness he's okay, man. Cause man, that. Oh shit. Hey man, that had me worried, man. Like the way he hit his back of his head on that announced that stuff a couple months ago, a few months ago and stuff. Man, I was like, damn, man, the way he, man. So thank goodness he's okay. So anyway, Seth Rollins walks backstage with Paul Heyman, and they're on their way to the ring. Alright, segment coming up. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. Seth Rollins comes out with Paul Heyman. Heyman hands Rollins the mic, and Rollins says he stole CM Punk's best friend, and he took a wise man from Roman Reigns, and he's the winner of the main event of WrestleMania. He is. And CM Punk's music hits. Punk runs to the ring and immediately strikes Rollins. Both men go at it, and Punk stomps and boots Rollins in the corner, and then turns his attention to Paul Heyman. Heyman stands his ground on Punk. On the ground, and Punk attacks him, but Rollins makes a save before Punk can do anything. Rollins gouges Punk's eyes and then delivers a stomp, laying out Punk. Heyman and Rollins stand above a fallen Punk, and Heyman says that this concludes WrestleMania 41 weekend with the message that there is a new reigning number one star in this entire industry. Seth freaking Rollins rolls. Rollins poses in the ring, or Roman Reigns' music hits, and Rollins throws Punk out of the ring and waits for Reigns in the ring. Reigns makes his way out to the ring and spears Rollins and sends Rollins out of the ring. Rollins then Superman punches Heyman and then sets up to spear Heyman. Just as Reigns runs at Heyman, Braun Breaker runs in and spears Reigns. Breaker and Rollins stare at each other, and Breaker spears Punk, who tries to get Rollins. Rollins and Breaker then embrace, and Breaker goes outside the ring to where Reigns is. I'm sorry. Reigns uppercuts Breaker, and Breaker runs around the ring and then spears Breaker. Reigns and around the ring and then spears Reigns through the barricades. Rollins urges Breaker to get Reigns back in. Breaker drags Reigns back in the ring, and Breaker chokes Reigns out. Rollins stomps Punk, who was just sitting to get his feet, and then stomps Reigns' head in the canvas. Heyman, Breaker, and Rollins all celebrate in the ring. Reigns and Punk are laid out, and we fade the black and stuff. So yeah, good show tonight. Very good. I enjoyed that the show and stuff. So yeah, pretty good. Not too bad of a show. So after WrestleMania, but I enjoyed all of it and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, that was the first video. Hope you like it. Not whatever. So like, subscribe, hit the button, leave a comment. If you guys want to leave a comment, so I don't care what you guys do. And that was it. I'll see you guys in the next video for Monday Dynamite. So anyways, AW Dynamite, right? Laters.